Getting into our class today, let's go ahead and slide to the back of our chairs and get nice and centered. So sitting comfortably, uncross the legs. Your hands and arms can rest next to you and in your lap. And if it feels okay today, allow your eyes to close. And as the outer eyes close, the inner eyes open. We become aware of what's going on here in our system. And your mind might be drawn toward your body first. It might be drawn toward your thoughts first, maybe your breath, maybe something else. And just notice, where is the mind focusing already? No judgment about that location, just awareness of it. And something I'd like to draw your attention to as you're aware of the mind's awareness, its connection to other spaces. And so what I mean by that, to break it down, is that there's an inherent mind-body connection. Every thought you have has a physiological reaction, and every physical sensation you have has a thought attached to it. And so you might notice that if you're feeling anxious in your mind, the mind is moving around a lot, that if you drop your awareness into your body, you might notice tension in some places. Conversely, if you're noticing tension in the body, you might have a mental reaction to that tension. Maybe it feels like fear or stress. Of course, I'm using more negative awarenesses, but the same is true for positive ones, of course. But becoming aware of this connection between every thought has a sensation and every sensation has a thought. They are inherently linked. And as we move through our practice today, just maybe keeping a curiosity about that as you start to feel things in your body, what's the mind doing about it? And when you start to have thoughts come in, especially ones that might feel judging or critical, what physical sensations react to that thought? It's a big awareness to be in, but that's why we're here. So when you're ready, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your awareness back to the space around you, opening the eyes and sliding forward. Good. All right. So part of yoga is actually to help build this bridge between the mind and the body. So what I just mentioned in our little centering practice is kind of the goal of yoga, is to notice these patterns. And it's not the mind controlling the body or the body controlling the mind. It's kind of both interacting in this experience that you're having called life. So let's go ahead and do something about that. With your feet, or sorry, your knees about hip width apart, heel stacking underneath, have your arms down by your sides. And with your inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and overhead, reaching up. And then exhale, release the arms down. And we'll do that a few more times. Inhale, reaching up and over. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach. And release. Let's do two more. Sweeping up, inhale. And down. And up. And down. Good. Now take your arms overhead again. Interlace your fingers when they get there. Turn your palms away from your head and reach up through the wrists, extending through the shoulders, extending through the spine. Feel your tailbone shrug under a little bit here so your core engages. And you feel this maximum length in the back of your body and the sides of your body too. So breathe. Now, as you're feeling the stretch, as you're feeling this extension, what thoughts are going through the mind? Maybe it's a judgment of the experience, good, bad, or otherwise. Or maybe something else. Maybe your mind gets distracted. It's something else. Take a deep breath in and exhale, release the arms on down. So again, feeling sensation, aware of your mind's reaction to those sensations. And I'll note early on here that dissociation, so when you become distracted or the mind kind of just pulls itself away, that also is a reaction. That also is a thought. That also is a mechanism to manage your experience. So that still counts. It still counts. Good. With your arms down, we're going to make our movement a bit more dynamic. With your inhale, sweep the arms overhead again. And this time with your exhale, sweep the arms down and fold down over your legs. And then inhale, reverse that movement. Sweep the arms out to the sides and overhead as you sit back up. And then exhale, fold forward again. Nice strong back inhale, lifting yourself back up just to a seat. Exhale, folding down and back up. We're just going to keep going for a little bit longer, getting the lower back nice and warmed up here. Still moving some shoulders around. And moving with the breath has a regulating effect to your nervous system, so helping to soothe anything that needs to be soothed. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Good. This time, come up to a seat, reaching the arms overhead. Stay seated and release your arms on down. And now we'll make that movement a little bit more dynamic by adding a twist. So with your inhale, lift your arms overhead again. Exhale, take your right arm forward, your left arm behind you. Twist, twist, twist. Then inhale, unwind, reach the arms up. We're going to fold forward now. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come down over the legs. Inhale, reverse that movement, come back up, and then we'll exhale, twist in the other direction. Left arm forward, right arm behind you. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, back up. Right arm forward, left arm back, exhale, twist. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, fold over the legs. Good, let's keep going. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, twist. Inhale, unwind. And again, fold forward. We're going to keep going for a little while longer. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. And exhale, fold. Back up, inhale. And twist. Unwind. And fold. Inhale. Twist. Inhale. Fold. Inhale. Twist. Inhale. And fold. Good. Inhale back up. Come to the first side, twist and stay this time. Rolling the back shoulder back and looking behind you. Staying for just a few breaths. Twist a little bit further, exhale. And inhale, unwind to reach the arms up. Again, exhale, fold forward. Inhale back up to a seat. And let's go to the second side. Exhale, twist. Staying in the pose. Rolling that back shoulder back a little bit further. Looking behind you. Stay and breathe. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up, unwind. Exhale, folding forward. Then inhale, come all the way back up and stay in a seat and release the arms. Good job. So feeling sensation of what we've gone through, we've been through, we've experienced so far. And again, asking you to be aware not just of the sensation in your body, but also your mind's relationship to that sensation. What thoughts come up when you feel that thing? Understanding and feeling this inherent mind-body connection. Good. So keep facing forward. I'm going to turn diagonal. We're going to do some spinal flexes. We know this one. So with your inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, open the heart, look up. And exhale, round the back, look down. Inhale, open back up, feeling the chest stretch. Exhale, rolling forward, feeling the upper back stretch. And just keep moving on your breath. Opening inhale, rounding forward, exhale, keeping the lower back steady. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rounding. We'll just do a few more rounds. Good. Then inhale, roll the shoulders back, open the heart, and stay. And breathe. Again, feeling the stretch in the chest. There's a slight stretch in the front of the neck and throat here as well. And with your next exhale, hinge at the hips and drape your body down over the legs. And then allow your chin to drop in towards your throat as well, the head hanging heavy. So your hands can stay on your thighs if you'd like, or you can also allow them to hang to the floor. Do what feels like it's best for you today. Good. And with your next inhale, roll yourself back up to a seat. Getting the spine nice and warmed up today and all those muscles along the way. So we are going to come, well, actually, no, we're going to do something else first. I'm going to give you a break from extensions for just a moment. We'll do some neck rolls real quick. So just let your arms hang heavy down by your sides and allow your right ear to drop to the right shoulder. And then bring your head back up and allow your left ear to drop to your left shoulder. And just kind of keep going for a little while. Just teeter-tottering the head from side to side, feeling the stretch on one side of the neck, and then feeling the stretch on the other side of the neck. Breathing as you move. Now, if you're feeling tension here in your neck, notice the thought that's attached to that tension. Maybe it's like, oh, this side of the neck that feels tighter is the bad side. Like, is it bad? Or is it just holding more tension? Good. Now we'll do the second part of this exercise. So take an ear to the shoulder and then roll your chin down to your chest and then keep rolling to the other side, ear to shoulder. And then reverse that, roll forward again, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, making these half moon movements, forward, shoulder, chin to chest, forward, and ear to shoulder. Keep going for a little bit longer, just helping to pull some of this tension out of the neck. Which I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it today. Breathing. Just a few more times from side to side. Pulling that tension out of the neck. Every time we do this, I feel like I could just do this for the entire half hour. But for the sake of variety, bring your chin to your chest and then lift your head up to neutral. Good. That just means I have to go back to it sometimes and do it on my own. But I'm glad that I can do it here with you as well. So I want to highlight again this connection between the mind and the body. And so far, we've looked at how the body influences the mind. When something happens in the body, that we have a thought attached to it. Now, the same is true in reverse. So when you have a thought, when you think about something in a certain way, especially if it's a critical thought, it can influence how you feel in your body. So the next exercise we're going to do is one that I think many of you have done before, if not all of you, but it's one that it's easy to be critical of, meaning that it's easy to say, like, this is hard. And I want you to notice that thought that comes through if it's the case for you. And if you hear it's hard, I want you to just try to soften that a bit. Maybe just be more open to it being an experience for yourself. Because if you say it's hard, it will be hard. That's how that works. If you say it's going to be easy, even if you're faking it till you make it, then it's going to be a little bit easier. Notice that as we go along, all right? Not to psych you up, but just to give you some context. So still sitting where you're at, release your arms down and start to shake your hands and fingers. Start to shake and breathe. And breathe. Relax your jaw. And start to take the arms out to the sides a little bit. Give yourself some space. It's like there's something on the tip of your fingers that you're trying to flick off. Flick, flick, flick. Shake, shake, shake. And then allow your lower arms, your forearms to get involved a little bit here. There's a little bit of bending out the elbows and shake and really do it vigorously. Shake, 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 shake. Breathe. Allow the whole arm to be involved now. If you haven't already, you might start to notice the thoughts attached to this movement. Maybe something critical, like this is hard, or I'm starting to feel tired. That can all be true, but like let it be easy. Maybe say like just say it in your mind. This is actually really easy. My arms are really light right now. Like that's all good. And you might start to feel your experience shift. Take your arms up overhead and shake, 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 and breathe. And I'm gonna ask you to keep going. Don't stop. Especially when those critical thoughts come in, they're like, this is hard. It's like, it's easy. My arms are really light. My shoulders are not burning right now. We're fine. We're fine. Breathe, 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 breathe. Flick, flick, flick. 10 more seconds. You can do anything for 10 seconds. Just keep going for 10 more seconds. You're almost there. Heck, you're halfway there now. Keep going. Flick, flick, flick. 3, 2, and 1. Drop them down. Good. Feel sensation in the arms, tingling, the shoulders. One thing I love about that exercise is that it's actually a mood enhancer. If you're in a funk, it kind of pulls you out of it. So you actually just might feel lighter, regardless if you were able to do the mental work while we were in it. Good. All right. Taking a deeper breath, bringing yourself on back. Good job. And so you might have experienced in that exercise, again, this idea that if we say something in our minds, it influences how we actually feel in our bodies. And so if you were feeling like this was hard and you kept repeating that and telling yourself that story over and over again, it actually made it even harder. Or if you can at least stop the thought, it at least neutralizes the experience. Or you could add a positive spin to it, like I was doing, saying, my arms are light, my shoulders are not burning. Be careful of the story you tell yourself. Okay. So go ahead and lift your arms overhead again. I know they're heavy now. Interlace the fingers and press the palms away from you. Good. Now stabilize your lower back by shrugging the tailbone under again. And I want you to think about grounding your left hip onto the chair. With your left hip grounding, just go ahead and lean to the right a little bit with the upper body. Creating some space on that left side, rounding that left hip down. Inhale, come up. Keep reaching. We'll go the other way. Ground your right hip. Lean to the left. Ground your right hip. Breathe. Inhale back up. Release the arms down. Good. We have one more extension to do. I know. We'll be good. We'll be good. And so for this one, it's much like a spinal flex. Technically, we're doing the same thing, but the arms and shoulders are a bit more involved. So you'll interlace the fingers, extend the arms overhead. And I really want you to stabilize your lower back here. So shrug the tailbone under, feel your navel pull back toward your spine so your lower back stays still. That's the goal here. And then the movement happens here in the upper back. So you'll start to turn the chest toward the ceiling, but don't take it into your lower back. Okay. And that might be difficult, and that's okay. Just go as far as you can without collapsing into your lower back. Keep pulling the navel back toward the spine. Keep shrugging your tailbone under, and keep this idea of the heart starting to turn toward the ceiling. You might start to feel some heat in your body. Good. And then go ahead and sit up. Bring the hands down. Feel sensation. I'm definitely feeling some heat. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, please fold over the thighs. Hands can be on the thighs or hang to the floor. Release the head. And breathe. And as you do so, as you're sitting with sensation, be aware of the story in your mind. What thoughts are here? What are you telling yourself about this experience? Is it true? It may be, but it's good to question it a little bit. Good. All right. With your next inhale, carefully sit on up. Hmm. Wonderful. Great job today. So let's go ahead and meditate. So sliding to the back of your chair, relax back. You've worked hard in the last 25 minutes. And take a deep breath in and out and just feel yourself relax into your seat. Feel your body soften, the effort just grounding away. noticing what's there here in your body after the work we've done. And again, as you feel these sensations, notice the thought attached to these sensations individually. And again, it might come as judgment, judgment being a neutral qualifier. It could be judging it as good, judging it as bad, something else. The sensation might remind you of something and bring up an older story. Maybe you've experienced this before. Maybe you feel something and there's concern about it. Maybe there's a feeling in your body, and the thought is, I want more of that. And each of these thoughts that you're having in relationship to your experience here, you have agency over them. You get to choose your thoughts. It might not always feel like that when we're running on autopilot or we're reacting based off of previous experiences. But you aren't your thoughts. You are that which can shape your thoughts, can reframe in the middle of an experience or afterwards. That can open beyond limited perspective. Knowing you have agency over your mind, that you get to decide what your experience is here. If you want to focus on old stories or write new ones, it's up to you. Not saying that any of that is easy, but you're the only one who can, and you are capable. So when you're ready, please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath and bring your palms together and rub them together and bring the heated palms over your eyes for a moment. And then brush back over the top of your head, down your neck, welcoming yourself back to the space around you.